channel. This is admission info and more with Temitope. I'm so glad you are here, and I believe that what you're about to watch, you're going to learn so much from it. So today I'll be discussing the things you need to do before you choose a course of study in the university. I hope you learn from it. Thank you.
Okay, so you know how it is when you're about to pick a course to study in university and you're just confused on you don't even know the course to pick because there are several courses. For instance, if you're in art department, there are several courses to pick and they're just wondering which one should you pick. I was there at, at the moment when I wanted to pick my jam form, and then I was confused about the course I should pick. I wanted mass comm, I wanted law, how art department can be, but eventually I had to choose a course that I believe I had interest in at that moment. So this video is just to talk about the four major things that you need to look out for when picking a course of study in the university. The four things that I have here: the first one is consider your subject interest. The second one is find courses available around your subject of interest. Then make a research on how the course is taught in your university of choice. Then consider the entry requirements for the course. Let me go all over it again. Consider your subject interest. Find courses available around your subject of interest. Make a research on how the course is taught in your university. Then consider the entry requirement for the course. I'm going to be explaining further.
The first one, consider your subject interest. In secondary school, you definitely have some particular subjects that you love to do. Some people look forward to physics class, some people look forward to chemistry class. For those in arts, they look forward to probably literature, some CRS. For those in um, social science, they look forward to accounts or commerce and all that. So you need to consider your subject of interest. That is the subject that you really enjoy reading, the subject you really anticipate the lecture, the subject that you know that you perform excellently well. So consider that subject interest. That subject interest should be something that you really love to do. You get a subject that you really have interest in. So that should be your first, the first thing to consider. Like ask yourself, what subjects do I really have much interest in? Then you can start with that. The second point is find courses available around your subject of interest. Now that you've found the subject of interest, that is, you have identified the subject that really interests you. You know there are a lot of them, but there will be one particular subject that you really love. For example, you have physics, chemistry, biology, and other subjects in sciences. In science, you might enjoy biology more than any one of them. So that means biology is your subject of interest. Same applies to other departments. You have a particular subject. Like for me, my best subject then was CRS. I love CRS so much. So what I'm saying is that now that you've identified the subject of interest, you have to find courses available around that subject of interest. Like if your subject of interest is biology, find courses around biology. That could be microbiology, it could be plant biology, it could be zoology, and some other courses around. For someone in social science, if your own course is probably accounting, you can consider accounting, you can consider maybe banking and finance. There's someone that loves economics. You can even consider economics, maybe public admin. So you just have to find courses around that subject of interest. So find courses available around your subject of interest. After then, you have to pick one that you think you will love to do. And that will lead me to the third point. Yes. So for the third point, you need to research on how the course is taught in your university of choice. Like you have to make a research on how the course is taught in your university of choice. What this means is this: the way a course is being taught in a particular university differs. I have my reason for saying that. I noticed that the way theater art is, theater art is taught in UI is different from performing art. I'm not saying the course outline is different. For instance, in UI, you could take music as a course, I guess so. But in University of Ilorin, music is under performing art. You're able to choose at 300 level to do maybe music or drama according to my findings. So in that kind of situation, let's say you want to study music, you can't choose performing art because maybe music for you is something you really want to focus on 100%. So it's better you pick a course. It's better you pick that course in a university where it will be taught well. So that's why you need to you need to research on how the course is taught in that university of your choice, whether it is something you like. Let me give you an instance. In University of Ilorin, we have linguistics, just linguistics. In some other universities, they have linguistics and Nigerian languages, they have linguistics and maybe literary studies. But in University of Ilorin, we have linguistics. You get linguistics and Nigerian language. Under that linguistics, you can now minor in other departments. You get. So this thing differs. If like let's assume I want to study a course like linguistics now. If I had checked what University of Ibadan has to offer and maybe OAU, probably I wouldn't have gone for the one Ilorin has to offer. So that is why you have to ensure that you make a research on how the course is taught in the university of your choice to know if that is really what you want. Okay, so the fourth point, consider the entry requirements for the course. Of course, each course has the entry requirements. Each course has entry requirements. For example, if you want to study economics, there are entry requirements. There are O-level subjects that they expect you to have. Then for jamb, there are some subjects you need to do. For example, recently I realized that if you want to study a course like I think something related to microbiology, sort of, you can choose between physics and mathematics. I think the course should be microbiology or something related to biology. You can choose between physics and mathematics. That means for that course, you can actually do um, English, you can do chemistry, you can do biology, then you can choose between physics and math. But I used to think math is not needed, like you might not you can't do math. So that's why you need to check out for the entry requirement. Another reason why you need to check out for entry requirement is that the entry requirement for university differ. For example, mass communication is under um, information science in University of Ilorin, while mass com is under art and humanities in most universities. The requirements, will definitely be different. So that is why you need to consider the entry requirement. Now, how can you check entry requirement? Just type the name of the university online. When you type online, look out for the entry requirement for a particular course, or better still, just put entry requirements for economics in the University of Lagos. You will see different blogs that have actually talked about the entry requirements. So those are the basic four things that you need to consider before choosing a course. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Let me just do a recap of what I said. I said that when you want to choose a course to study in the university, you need to consider the following. Consider your subject of interest. Find courses available around your subject of interest. Make a research on how the course is taught in your university of choice. Then consider the entry requirements for the course. That will be all. Thank you so much once again for watching. Please, I would like you to subscribe. Kindly just click on the subscribe button right now, and then you can just give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And then if you want me to talk about something very important, you can just comment below. Let me know what else you'd like me to talk about, and then you can share also to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. My next video will be how to study for JAMB in 8 weeks. Please make sure you check on the video. Thank you. Bye.